Hey, you made it. In today's video, I was going to be covering something slightly different. I was going to go through the Baby No Money Lil Freak song that just came out on YouTube with the video with MoistCr1TiKaL in it. And it's kind of trending at the moment, so I thought, why not look at the comments? And then I stumbled across the mother of all threads. The cream of the crop of just a massive argument that went down in the comments. So instead of covering the funny stuff, let's just look at this argument, because people go crazy in this, so why not? It all starts with Cookie Ray T3406 saying, "Take your little brother with you, energy, like dude is just also there." So it starts off pretty harmless. Then we got, "Oh, I thought he was the little freak. He's not just some dude. Except Charlie is like 5 times the size of whoever this guy is." And then Stone replies, "It's baby no money, my baby daddy." Okay. And it starts off pretty normal. It does start off normal, and then we slowly descend. So let's see what we got. Now, they're both friggin' big. At least up in Canada they are. About the same TBH here. Not my mains. He isn't, though. Charles is never going to pull 2.2 million views in a day on his bull-esque ass commentary. Trust me, it's canon. Baby No Money has 2.2 million subs and 700 million views total. Charlie has 14.7 million subs and 9.2 billion views total. They are not the same. Read the above a few times till it registers that. Okay, bro. Sure, whatever you say. Oh, but he has though, bud. Both great entertainers, but to say Charlie isn't bigger is a false statement. I mean, the guy has a point here. Just because he has doesn't mean he still does. Baby No Money is just getting started. Charlie's been doing this for 16 years and got absolutely demolished by Speed in a matter of a year. I said 2.2 million subs there, silly Billy. Charlie regularly pulls vids over 3 mil, lol. If you want to bring out math, then let's do this. It took Charlie 14 years to get 14 million. Baby No Money is just getting started. Look at Speed 2 years ago and look at him now. Baby No Money is going to have a much larger audience because he makes music. His audience isn't incels sitting watching Charlie talk about absolutely nothing. Okay, bro. In one day? No, the F he does not. Charlie's second nearest vid is one day old with 2.2 million. Yes, the F he do. Okay, let's bring out some maths for the fanboy. Baby No Money has been uploading music since 2017. That's 7 years on YouTube. In the time, he's amassed 700 million views. Following along, lil bro? 3.5 million followers on TikTok to Charlie's 200k LMFAO. If we double his time to 14 years, the same as Charlie, he will have 1.4 billion views. I mean, I'm not sure it works like that, bro. I mean, I hate to be devil's advocate here, but as you get bigger, you get more views. So I don't think that's how it works. If you look at Charlie halfway into this run, I guarantee you he did not have half of the views he has now. He will have had a disproportionately smaller amount, because that's just how it works. But okay. For the sake of the argument, let's see where this goes. Wow, amazing, that's only 8 billion less than Charlie. Again, not how it works, but sure. How can you assume that with how easy it is to pass up Charlie though? Speed did it in less than 2 years. Kai did it, many have done it, LMFAO. Oh, we got someone else joining the chat. Baby No Money first video is 6 years ago and only has 2.2 million subs. Even if you double that, it's only 4.4 million compared to 14 million over 14 years. Again, not how it works, but sure, whatever you say, bro. Not my mains, that's still 7 less years. Again, Speed had way less viewers than Charlie 2 years ago. Now he has way more. I mean, he's had a meteoric rise to fame, yes. What are we talking about here, bro? Why don't we also point out that Baby No Money's largest vid in the last year, with Charlie in the thumbnail, title, and every frame of the video, he's literally carrying Baby No Money. LMAO. 69 started his account 5 years ago. His first video has 1 billion views. Okay, bro, cool. I don't know what this argument even is at this point. Like, bro's just throwing out facts from nowhere that don't make any sense. What has that got to do with this? Okay, let's see what we got. What part of you thinks Baby No Money is just getting started when the majority of his views were got years ago? He hasn't had a vid over 2 million in over a year. Charlie pumps out 2 million view vids every day. But you're assuming he's going to still grow at the same rate. He has almost 4 million TikTok followers. More and more people are going to sub. Speed has less than 2 million subs 2 years ago and is now over 23 million. This is my point. I mean, people blow up. That's just it. I mean, you can't really predict that, so that doesn't make any sense, but sure. You're equating the success of a Twitch streamer to that of a guy on YouTube while bringing up TikTok. Bro, just shut up and stop giving me notice to laugh at. I mean, they sort of have a point, but I'm pretty sure that Charlie also streams a lot, so maybe also invalid? Sure, we'll see what else we got here. Literally all it takes is one song to pass Charlie. 69 first videos had over 1 billion views, literally. Charlie will never do that, ever. His best video is as big as it is because of the movie he played an extra in, not even because of him. Again, you're comparing musicians to a YouTuber. It just doesn't make sense, bro. Like, Gangnam Style has like 4 billion views. Shut up. That's like, oh, well, Mr. Beast never got 4 billion views. Nobody cares, bro. Be quiet. Why are you still pinging Brent when he hasn't replied in 10 minutes now? Bro's literally on glue. You instantly lost this argument the second you brought gay talk into it. Oh, okay, bro, sure, whatever you say. It is quite literally the exact same as YouTube Shorts. You're not better than anybody, I'm sorry to tell you. It's all brain rot whether you admit it or not. You'll sit here and watch iDubbbz roll around in beans in a sewer tunnel, but if someone does a TikTok dance, that's worse. LMAO. I mean, yeah, it is. Why would you assume that they watch YouTube Shorts? The dude happens to be one of the biggest content creators on YouTube and Twitch. Baby No Money has at least been releasing music since like 2014, so he's not exactly new to this either. Yeah, really little. The fact you have to bring up iShow speed says a lot. Dude, calm down. Nobody you're talking to cares about how big they are. Just you, my man. Okay, bro. And then we start to get into this guy was sending paragraphs back, so let's see what we're dealing with here. Not my mains. Yes, Charlie is bigger, but the numbers you show are not very representative. The amount of views should also be divided by the number of videos. Someone with 10 videos and 1 billion views is more famous than someone with 10,000 videos and 2 billion views. Also, you mock the guy for bringing TikTok to the discussion, but YouTube isn't the main social media of an artist. If you want to compare who is bigger overall, looking at the online presence on multiple platforms is more accurate than focusing on just one. But in this case, it would be quite hard because their focus are not on the same platforms. Anyway, I'm not disagreeing with you, Charlie is bigger, it's just that the numbers are clearly more balanced than that. I mean, I guess he makes a valid point, but at the same time, I feel like someone with 2 billion views on YouTube is probably going to be pretty popular at that point. But, sure. That's crazy, man. Glad you also know. Don't know what that was replying to. He literally has 2.4 million on his video he uploaded yesterday. What are you talking about? And this wouldn't have remotely the views if it didn't have Charlie. Oh, and I forgot to mention the part where YouTube is almost 2 times the size of TikTok and is the main social media of artists. Funny how you couldn't name what is and just skimmed over that fiction that you tried to barf out as a fact. I mean, maybe it is. You've also got to think about Spotify, Apple Music, and all the streaming platforms that have a lot of influence on music. But again, I'm not really an expert on this, so someone will probably correct me in the comments. But let's see where we go from here. Here we go. At Goofer Langrange 490, at Not My Mains, he mentioned TikTok because the artist in question got a huge popularity boost from his song being on it, not YouTube. And overlooking TikTok for a music artist, especially when it is responsible a big hit for him, is not great. Also note, YouTube is not the main platform for music artists. Data from streaming platforms like monthly listeners and overall streams, as well as Instagram and TikTok, are at least as important for someone in music. And usually far more. Most of the digital marketing budget for an artist will be spent on Instagram, some on TikTok is the main one, especially with how important music is to the platform itself. And if possible, the DSPs, not YouTube. I didn't mention, because it is quite obvious, by the way I work in the music industry. Okay, we're just slipping that in there. The size of the social media is completely irrelevant. YouTube is far bigger than Twitch, however it gives no indication when comparing the notoriety of two people. Some Twitch streamers are far more famous than some YouTubers. It looks like you're just saying numbers that make Charlie sound better when it has no impact on what we are talking about. Charlie is not YouTube. The popularity of the platform is not his. Okay, YouTube keeps banning our comments. I was only able to see your first answer when looking at your profile, and my answer just keeps disappearing. Fighting about other people and comparing them is so weird. Yeah, this guy gets it. Oh, and we've got another paragraph from bro. Not my mains. Dude, I don't know what you have against Baby No Money. I don't really listen to his music, but you are blowing this way out of proportion. You mock my understanding, but the other person didn't bring up TikTok to claim it was more important than YouTube overall. Or if they did, we agree that it is stupid, but they, or at least I, brought it up to say it shouldn't be outright dismissed, especially in the music business. So again, your argument claiming YouTube is a bigger platform was not a good counterpoint, especially not your claim on YouTube being the most important platform for music artists when it is generally the fourth. You see, I don't really know that it is, because if you look at the really, really large view videos on YouTube, a lot of them are music videos, so surely this guy's just talking a bit of smack here, but okay, for the sake of the argument, someone can correct me in the comments, but I feel like this is just a bit a bit wrong. Also, looking at the amount of views each video gets isn't really relevant when comparing a music artist and a regular uploader like Charlie, as artist views will vary much more. You see, I'd argue it's going to be the same for both, because a big YouTuber putting out content all the time is still going to have those ups and downs. There's still the lack of consistency in YouTube, so I don't really agree with that. The same, like you can release a song that will completely flop, or you can release a video that will completely flop. No one's really immune to that, except maybe Mr. Beast, but we'll worry about that later. I'm not arguing if he is it or not. You clearly have a vendetta against him, I couldn't care less. All I'm saying is the initial numbers you brought up were not really relevant when comparing both personalities, and that bringing up other platforms when debating about the notoriety is completely fair. When you are trying to prove to me that Charlie is bigger, I agree. So they're basically just arguing over nothing at this point. Okay, let's see where this goes. I like his music and listened to it prior to this video existing in the first place. I didn't start the argument on which platform was bigger or more important, the other person did. Passive-aggressive smiley face. So the whole your argument part just falls flat for you, again. I was just responding to his argument, which I proved wrong. I'll repeat it another time if you don't get it. Vendetta is what you meant to spell. Oh, bro. Bro's picking up on the grammar now. Is what you meant to spell, and no, I don't care either way. I'm not going to cave on my opinion, which you literally agree with anyway, so why are you making paragraphs to argue with me? As Bro writes a paragraph in response. For the sake of argument, because I laughed at another person in the comment section, oh, what a noble hero you are. Like what? Good for you? Nope, and it wasn't the only counter I had. You're just brushing off every single point I made because you can't argue with them in the first place. Why haven't you written first and put first with the number? Anyway, the argument Baby No Money is the same size as Charlie. Me, that is not true. You, I agree. So? Why am I here arguing with you still? Like I said in my last post, shut up. You're one of these people that just like to talk for no reason. As Bro writes a paragraph again. Like, why am I even replying to you at this point? Yep, good question. It feels like I'm responding to a toddler in preschool as a teacher right now. This is just boring. Like, okay, little Timmy, we get the point. Run along now. So, after saying I don't want to have this argument, why are we still having the argument? Bro continues it into a second comment. Alright, there's gotta be more replies. Let's see what we got. And here we go. We get to Yap Lord with absolute just what is Bro yapping about, but still, they're just going into each other with paragraphs at this point, so let's get this one read. The arrogance is palpable. Why would you respond to his argument in a comment directed at me when I never stated that TikTok was bigger than YouTube? My argument was that TikTok is relevant to Baby No Money and to the music industry at large and shouldn't be outright dismissed, and you responded by shutting another commenter's point. Just because I agree Charlie is bigger doesn't mean I agree with the points you brought up, hence my initial comment. I did not just do it for the sake of argument, but as someone who deals in artist development metrics, every day I wanted to give clarifications on something I disagreed with. If I said the Earth is a globe, I know that because the floor at my place is curved, you agree with my statement but not with my reasoning, same here. I couldn't care less about the other guy you laughed at, I actually disagree with a lot of the point he brought up. You just hate people disagreeing with and take it as a personal attack and treat it as such when I was never disrespectful in my initial comment. I guess Bro has a point, but also you're here writing a paragraph in a YouTube comment section, so who's the real winner here? Initially, you brought up the overall view count of subscribers they respectively have on YouTube, which is a very poor way to evaluate one's fame, and that was what I disagreed with. I mean, I don't think it is. Again, I disagree with you on this one, but sure. Most of that response is just constant and homonyms trying to belittle me while patting yourself on the back, and it's pathetic. You say I don't counter most of your claims, but I fail to see anything you brought up go against my statements. The only arguments I didn't bother to go over are Baby No Money Analytics, because I was never trying to argue who was bigger than Charlie, which I immediately made clear. You were just backing up a claim I had no issues with. You complain I respond with paragraphs, but you respond to claims I never made in length and then claim you destroyed my argument, which is nonsensical. I mean, written after a paragraph. Yeah, sure thing, bro. And it does go on. This is the end of it. This was like a full... Bro wrote a dissertation for this one. So if you want to shut me up, give me actual counterpoints to these statements. Overall number of views should be compared with the number of videos. Otherwise, that number is not very significative. Okay? Bringing up other platforms where comparing people's notoriety is relevant. YouTube, while important, is not the main platform music artists focus on to grow their fan base. It is usually the fourth one they focus on. A music artist's view count per video will naturally vary much more than a regular uploader on YouTube. I disagree. Okay. That's it. Anything that wasn't brought up as a counter to these points, these claims are not relevant to our discussion. I don't care if someone else brought something else up. Respond to them then. If you agree with these, then just say so. I wasn't trying to prove you wrong, I was trying to bring nuances to your claims. As a last point, you make remarks on my English and some of my spelling. It is my third language. Shocking. People make mistakes, especially when not talking in their native language. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, picking up the spelling is just that old school, just joke really, but still, it's still pretty funny. And the fact that he's brought it up means that he took it to heart, so that's kind of... Or not took it to heart. The fact he brought it up means he noticed it, which is pretty funny. And then it comes to a close here. You are the one that started making a defense for his argument. Why are you trying to emphasize your words? You're just plain wrong. Passive-aggressive smiley face again. My guy writes it. Effing thesis after being told I'm no longer interested in talking to him. That must have hurt you tremendously. So if you want to shut me up, give me actual counterpoints to these statements. Or I could just turn off notifications to this post. Later, man. Have fun. Oh my god. My guy wrote way more than me on this section, and then he decided to take the route to discredit me. Great to know you don't have anything to say to the statements I gave, and only argued about stuff I never said. But yeah, I'm really devastated. Have fun too. I don't think he did write more than you on that section. I'm not defending either person here, but I mean, you wrote like a massive paragraph there that took up 2 comments, so sure. And that is it. Who do you think was in the right for this one? Because I really don't know anymore, to be honest. There was a lot of yapping in that, so I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I thought it'd be a bit ironic to do something a bit like what PenguinZO does with his videos, where he's just commentating on stuff, and it's him in the video, so I thought it'd be a meta way to do it. If you have a favourite part of the argument, make sure you leave it down in the comments section. Subscribe if you're new around here, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.